Welcome to Fayette County Public Library Storytime. Our first story today is Miss Smith's Incredible Storybook. This is a fun story. It was the first day of school. Zach was waiting for his teacher to arrive. Boring, boring, he thought. Why would this year be any different from the last one? Then the door swung open. Good morning, class. My name is Miss Smith, and I am your new teacher. He does look very bored. She has a little badge on her shirt. You probably can't see it, but it says The Clash. I think you'll understand why in a few minutes. Miss Smith seemed very different from Zach's other teachers. But the day went along like every school day Zach could remember, until Miss Smith said, "It's story time." When she sat at her desk and started to read from the book she had brought with her, Zach couldn't believe his eyes. The storybook characters came to life, and the classroom was swept up in a swashbuckling pirate tale. And look, the pirates even came out of the book. Zach and the rest of his class were right in the middle of the story. He could feel the breeze in his hair and hear the waves pounding on the side of the ship. Look at all that gold. Does Zach look happy now? He's not bored anymore, is he? From then on, Zach couldn't wait to go to school. Every day there was a new story to look forward to. When Miss Smith finished reading, all the characters in adventure whooshed back into her book. There they go, whoosh, back into the book. On Friday, Principal Rittenrotten stood in front of the class instead of Miss Smith. Miss Smith is stuck in traffic, so she has asked me to read to you until she arrives, he announced. Zach wondered what would happen next. Principal Rittenrotten started to read. Zach grinned when a princess leaped out of the book, followed closely by a fire-breathing dragon and a brave knight on his horse. And look at the principal. Principal Rittenrotten was so surprised that all he could do was scream and throw the book up in fright. "I'm going for help," he called over his shoulder as he ran out the door. The kids look like they're still having fun. Before Zach could think of anything to do, Sue Ann pounced on the storybook. But she didn't finish the dragon story. She started reading another one instead. The princess, the dragon, and the knight did not return to the book, but the three bears and Goldilocks climbed out. Oh my. Freddie, the class clown, jumped out of his seat and tried to yank the book away. When Sue Ann let go, he tumbled backward, and the book flew across the room. The whole class laughed. Billy caught the book and started from a new story. Zach shook his head in amazement when the Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat, and Alice popped out to join the others. We're getting a lot of stories mixed up together here. As the book passed from kid to kid, one character after another flew out of the pages. The classroom was getting very crowded. "This is trouble," Zach said to himself. The chaos was beginning to spill out into the halls. "Why don't you finish the stories?" Zach pleaded, but no one was listening. There's the Tin Man. The Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite stories. Miss Smith brought her car to a screeching stop in front of the school. Uh-oh, There seems to be a little problem, she said to herself as she raced inside. Here's the three little pigs looking out the window. Here's little Bo Peep with her sheep. You know who this is, I'm sure. Humpty Dumpty. I sure hope he doesn't fall. My, so many characters. Meanwhile, Zach was shouting, "We have to finish the story so the characters will go back into the book." But the storybook characters didn't want to go back. A tug-of-war began. Oh my. So Zach has the book, and the wolf has a hold of the book. My. Miss Smith appeared in the doorway. With one look, she let everyone know she meant business. Even the dragon was suddenly silent. Zach handed the book back to Miss Smith. She ruffled through the pages, adjusted her glasses, and started to read. The class sat spellbound as she finished each story in turn. With a swirl and a whoosh, one character after another disappeared into the book until the classroom was quiet and tidy. Miss Smith sure knows how to do it. Principal Rittenrotten and a team of firefighters skidded to a halt at the door just as Miss Smith closed her book. "May I help you, Principal Rittenrotten?" asked Miss Smith. But the principal couldn't seem to answer. He just stared at the quiet class with his mouth wide open. Miss Smith flashed a secret smile at her class. Zach smiled right back. Who would ever have guessed that reading could be so much fun? It is. I love to read. And there's Miss Smith with her class. Uh-oh. What's he doing there? The book's closed and she isn't reading. I think that bear hid when she was trying to get all the characters back in the book. What do you think? Miss Smith's incredible storybook. Would you like a storybook like that? It'd be fun. Okay, we're ready for Miss Lisa.
All right, so Miss Kim just read us about an incredible book. This story is called Book, Book, Book. Looks like we have some farm animals. All right, let's see what's going on here. Down at the farm, all was well. A lot going on at this farm. Got kids playing with kites. We've got the pigs in a wheelbarrow, somebody in the hayfield. But all is well until, what do you think's going to happen? Until what? Until all the children went back to school. And then the animals had nothing to do. They had no rides to share, no tug of war to play, no one to scratch behind their ears or ruffle their feathers. Talk about the little boy in Miss Kim's story that was bored. Look at this duck. He's got the rope and no one's going to take him for a ride or play tug of war. I mean, he kind of looks like he's frowning. The kids are all by. They're going off to school. In the bright morning sun, the horse hung his head. The cow complained, and the goat grumbled. The pig pouted, and the duck dozed off, and the hen heaved a sigh. You know what a sigh is? It's when you go, They're all bored, aren't they? Long about noon, the sun was high above the barnyard, and the hen squawked, "I'm bored. I'm heading to town to find something to do." The animals followed her down the road. Looked like they're making a nice big line. And if you look at the sign, where are they headed? To the library. "Look," clucked the hen. "Happy faces. This must be the place we're looking for. I'll go and see if I can find something to do." "Nay, nay," whined the horse. "You are too small for such a big job. Leave it to me." So the horse thinks he's going to know what to do in the library. The horse clippity-clopped in, and politely he asked for something to do. But the librarian could not understand the horse. All she heard was, "Nay, nay." So the horse hung his head and clipped-clopped out. Looks like these kids have plenty to do. They're reading books, drawing pictures, browsing the shelves. But that horse couldn't talk to the librarian. Next, the cow plodded in, and politely she asked for something to do. But the librarian could not understand the cow. All she heard was moo, moo. So the cow complained, and she just plodded out. Now it was the goat's turn, and he trotted in. Politely he asked for something to do, but the librarian could not understand the goat. All she heard was baa, baa. So the goat grumbled and trotted out again. Now, if you look at the picture, the children are having a good time here. They are having story time. The librarian is reading a book. She's got a puppet in her hand. But this poor goat, the librarian could not understand her. So what's going to happen? Slowly the pig ambled into the library. Politely she asked for something to do. But the librarian, all she heard was oink oink. And so the pig ambled out to tell her friends. Up flapped the hen, and she announced, "I'm going in, and no one is going to stop me." And into the library she flapped. You think the hen is going to be able to figure something out? "Book!" clucked the hen politely. The librarian looked around and said, "Hey, what's that noise?" "Book, book!" clucked the hen. The librarian scratched her head. "Who's that?" she asked. "Book, book, book!" clucked the hen quite clearly. Think the librarian's going to understand this hen? "Oh, is this what you want?" asked the librarian. And she handed the hen 3 books. Looks like all the animals are happy now. They're all doing happy dances in the children's section of the library. Oh, and look, they're all going home now. The hen's got the book in her hand. The sign now says the farm. Frog's got a book. Back at the farm, the horse, the cow, the goat, the pig, the duck, and the hen all gathered around the books. The barnyard was filled with neighs, moos, baa, oink, quack, and book, book, book. Their sounds of delight lasted until sundown. Looks like the cow is mimicking the librarian. See the little puppet in her hand? They're having a story time out in the meadow. All the animals were happy, except for the bullfrog. And do you know why? What is it that he said? What's the bullfrog going to say? "I already read it, read it, read it." Pretty cute story, don't you think? All right, so this was called Book, Book, Book by Deborah Brass. All right, so boys and girls, you know, in order to read, you have to know your ABCs. So we are going to make today a really cute little alphabet bookworm. This is something that you could do at home if you wanted to help you learn your ABCs. So what I have right here is our little friendly bookworm. And this bookworm has little glasses on so that she can read really, really well. Now, when we start our ABCs, it's pretty easy, isn't it? Because it goes A, B, and C. Most children know their ABCs up to this point, and then after it might get a little bit harder. Can you help me? What comes next, boys and girls? Does anybody know? A, B, C. If you said D, you were right. D could stand for dog. I don't know if we had a dog in the story, but we have E. Can you think of an animal that starts with E? E will say its name, won't it? It will say E. So we can think of eggs, or we can do elephants. After E comes F. And it's the start of the animal at the very end of our story, the little frog. He starts with an F. All right, so we have, can you say it with me? A, B, C, D, E, F, and I think you can see what's coming next. Here comes G. I'm going to start to squiggle our worm around. After G comes H. H, then we have I. Who knows what comes next? I think I heard you. It's a J. We're almost halfway through. Does anyone know how many alphabet letters we have? There's actually 26 of them. Makes a good counting game too, if you can count all of the little pieces of this bookworm. Okay, let's start back at the beginning. Help me out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Good job. Keep going. H, I, J, K, L. I like L. It's my name, Miss Lisa. All right, then we go on to M, N, O. Let's see if we can do what comes after O. Look what I had come next. Is that right, boys and girls? Do you recognize that letter? Does it go O-R? No, it doesn't. Let's find the right letter. O and P. I know when my children were young, these letters all ran together. They would say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Like all one letter, but there's really 5 of them there. So be careful when you're learning these, boys and girls, that you have L, M, N, O, P. There's 5 different letters there. Now comes our R. We're more than halfway through. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. R, Q, which way does it go? I think it goes Q, R, doesn't it? Let's get this little bookworm right. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. What comes next? Oh, I think I found it in my stack here. Q, R, S. Then we have our T, U. What about this one? Can you give me its name? Do you know that one? It's the letter V. W, X, Y, and what comes at the end of our little reading bookworm? Z. So we have 26 alphabet letters. They all make a sound, and when you learn those sounds, you put the sounds together, and the sounds help you be able to read the words. Let's sing the song one time through, and then Miss Kim has another story for us. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now you said your ABCs. Next time, Won't you sing with me? All right, boys and girls, Miss Kim has another book for us.
I like this story. Read to Tiger. I sit down on the couch and open my book. It's time to read. But I can't read because there's a tiger behind my couch, chomp, 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 chewing gum. Do you see the tiger? There's just a tiny piece of him showing. Right there's his tail. Tiger, I shake my head. Please spit out your gum. I want to read my book, and I can't think when you chomp. Oops, the tiger says. Tiger is sorry. Tiger won't chomp. The chomping stops. I try to read my book. But I can't read my book because I hear grr, grr, grr. I can't read my book because there's a tiger behind my couch pretending to be a bear. Look, the tiger, there's his feet and his tummy. He's put on some other things to look like a bear. Tiger, please take off my bear costume right now. You're going to rip it. And will you please stop growling? I tell the tiger I can't concentrate. Can't you see that I'm trying to read? Oops, the tiger says. Tiger is sorry. Tiger won't be a bear anymore. The tiger takes off his bear costume and stops growling. I pick up my book again and try to read. But it's very hard to read when there's a karate tiger behind your couch. Hi-ya, 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 hi-ya. Oh dear. Tiger! Stop! Now isn't a good time to work on your karate kicks? I want to read my book. Oops. Tiger is very sorry. Tiger won't do karate kicks. No more karate, Tiger. The tiger stops. Hi-ya. And I try to read. The poor tiger got all tangled up in that lamp. But coming around my couch, uh-oh. Choo, 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 toot, toot. There's a tiger riding my toy train and blowing a whistle. Oh, my. Tiger, get off that train right now. Stop chewing and stop tooting. I want to read. Can't you be quiet? Oops. Tiger is very sorry. Tiger can be quiet, the tiger says. So the tiger stops chewing and tooting. I try to read my book again. Suddenly, creak, crack, creak, crack, creak, crack, creak, crack, creak, crack. Ah! My couch is flying up in the air because there's a tiger under it. Tiger, put me down. What in the world are you doing under the couch? Tiger is looking for the whistle. Tiger lost it. The tiger sniffles. I help the tiger find the whistle. Do you see the whistle? I see the whistle. There it is, hiding right there. Then I say, Tiger, please sit down right here and be very, very quiet so I can read my book, okay? Okay, Tiger will sit down. Tiger will be very, 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 very quiet, the tiger whispers. The tiger plops down on the floor in front of me, and he is very, very quiet. He doesn't make another sound. No chomp, chomp, chomping. No grr, grr, grrring. No hi-ya, hi-yaing. No choo, 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 tooting. Not even any creak, crack, creak, cracking. I hold my book up in front of my face so I can't see the tiger. I try to concentrate. All of a sudden, I think I see a little shadow on my book. I do see a shadow. Then I think I see a whisker. I do see a whisker. Then I see a nose. Then I see a whole tiger in front of my book. Tiger! What are you doing? You're in the way. I can't see my book. I am trying to read. What's that? The tiger asks. The tiger points to a picture in my book. That's the tiger in the story, I tell him. A tiger? The tiger shouts. He looks interested, doesn't he? Then he jumps onto the couch. And up flies the book. He fluffs the couch cushions and curls up beside me. And finally, I can read my book to Tiger. Well, that's all the tiger wanted all along, I guess. He just wanted to be part of the story or something. Where do you like to read? The little boy likes a quiet spot on the couch. I have a chair at home I like to sit in to read. It's a very special place for me. But you know what happens to me? I have a couple of little grandchildren that live with me. And they pounce into my chair with me when I'm trying to read, just sort of like the tiger. But I like quiet places to read. Maybe you do too. Anyway, any way you do it, reading is lots of fun. Well, that's all for our story time today. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to learn your alphabet so you can read someday. It's fun, fun, fun. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.